I have always been a straightforward person, so when I discovered that my firefighter boyfriend's phone was filled with flirty messages from a girl I had never even heard of, I walked straight up to him, handed him his phone, and demanded an explanation. After a long silence, he finally confessed. She's a girl with depression. I rescued her during a call. He paused before continuing. I admit I developed some feelings for her, but Olivia, we've been together since high school. That's not something I could throw away easily. He looked at me seriously. I promise from now on, I'll keep my distance from her. Seeing the sincerity in Daniel's eyes, I swallowed the pain in my chest and chose to forgive him. The wedding would continue exactly as planned, but on the day of our wedding, everything fell apart. Suddenly, several firefighters from Daniel's team rushed into the venue. Captain, Emily found out about your wedding. One of them was out of breath. She's threatening to jump off a building. The diamond ring slipped from Daniel's fingers and hit the floor with a sharp metallic sound. Without another word, he dashed toward the door. I shouted after him, my eyes already red with tears. Daniel, if you walk out that door today, it's over between us forever. He hesitated for only a second. Then he left, without looking back. In the end, he broke his promise. The wedding hall exploded into chaos. The whispers of the guests pierced my ears like thousands of tiny needles. Both of our parents rushed toward me, confused about what had just happened. Daniel's teammate Ryan stood nearby looking helpless, his face red with embarrassment. Olivia, Emily has severe depression, he explained awkwardly. The last time she tried to jump, the captain saved her. She depends on him completely. Only he can convince her to come down. He lowered his voice. It's a matter of life and death. The captain didn't really have a choice. Please don't blame him. Ryan had worked with Daniel for 3 years. He had always been respectful toward me, always greeting me warmly whenever we met. But now he couldn't even meet my eyes, and I couldn't help wondering, how many of Daniel's secrets had he helped hide? And what exactly was Daniel's relationship with that girl named Emily? A sharp pain spread through my chest like cracks forming across frozen ice. For the first time, I truly felt Daniel's betrayal. 5 hours passed. I called Daniel 108 times. He didn't answer a single one. I watched my phone screen light up, go dark, light up again, over and over until the battery finally died. Sunlight streamed through the stained glass windows of the church, scattering fragments of color across the floor. One beam landed directly on my empty ring finger. The guests slowly began leaving. Confetti was scattered across the ground. Plates of untouched food sat abandoned on the tables. Everything that had once looked like a celebration now looked like the remains of something broken. Suddenly, I felt dizzy. The room began to spin around me. The last thing I heard was my mother crying my name. Then everything went black. When I opened my eyes again, the sharp smell of disinfectant filled my nose. A nurse stood beside my hospital bed, adjusting the IV drip. When she noticed I was awake, she spoke gently. You need to calm down now. You're not alone anymore. I frowned slightly, confused. What do you mean? She gave me a small smile. You're pregnant. There's a life growing inside you now. You can't let yourself get so upset. My entire body froze. Pregnant. Tears slid quietly down the sides of my face and into my hair. Memories flooded my mind. I was 17 again. The day Daniel handed me his first love letter on the high school football field. He had been so nervous that he could barely stand still. Then college. The time he took a 20-hour train ride just to surprise me for a single weekend. Then the day he became a firefighter. His eyes had been shining with excitement when he told me, I want to protect people, and I'll always protect you too. 7 years. 7 years of memories rushed through my mind like a movie playing too fast. When I finally looked up, both my parents and Daniel's parents were standing near the hospital bed. Their faces were filled with excitement. They were whispering about the baby, but tears filled my eyes. How was I supposed to tell them that the 7-year relationship they believed in had already ended? At 7 p.m., Daniel finally appeared.